Hi everyone, it's Leslie Mack here. I am just coming to you from Charlotte, North Carolina. I wanted to do a pretty detailed video this morning about Hurricane Florence and ways that folks can support directly. You know, we're really big about direct support around here. Those that are going to be affected by the storm, especially those in marginalized communities, Black women, non-men that are in these areas. If you recall last year, Dr. Ronnie Dean Burren, myself, and Brittany Williams worked to directly support Black women and non-men affected by Hurricane Maria and Harvey in both Miami, Puerto Rico, and in Houston. In the wake of that work, Brittany Williams, shout out to her, she's an amazing organizer, and Annie Schoening created this really fantastic direct support and crisis toolkit called Building Maroonage. And the toolkit provides an amazing amount of information on how to prepare for and support those that are affected by crises like Hurricane Florence. I will be working directly with them around both digital and on-the-ground resources for people affected in the area by Hurricane Florence. I have put a lot of links in the description for this video, so you can go back as I'm talking through things, and I'll also be sharing them here in the chat as well as I'm going along. Few things that we know about Hurricane Florence as of this morning. It remains a very dangerous Category 4 hurricane. A strike on the Carolinas will occur Thursday night into early Friday morning, although that timeline can shift. Hurricane and storm surge warnings have been issued, and this is definitely a life-threatening storm surge that is expected with the landfall whenever it happens. There's also expected massive inland rainfall flooding as it lingers into the week as it moves closer inland. And tropical force storm winds are going to start to arrive tomorrow, which is Wednesday night. Tuesday morning, with the hurricane watch and storm surges that were issued for the entire coast of North Carolina, including Albemarle and Palmico Sounds and the entire South Carolina coast as far south as Edisto Beach. This includes Charleston, Myrtle Beach, Wilmington, and the Outer Banks. All of these areas are in the process of being evacuated right now. So if you are in those areas, please take heed and please get to safety as quickly as you can. Obviously, gas up your vehicles as you're leaving as well as best you can also. What we need from all of you listening, if you're not in the path of the storm, to do right now is to help us get ahead of the needs that we know are going to be present, especially for those most vulnerable economically that often get left out of traditional large entity and government resource and recovery efforts. And so to that end, there's a few things that you can do. And again, I'm going to be sharing these links in the chat, but they're also in the description for this video. So the first is a Hurricane Florence Urgent Support just general page, and this page is really great. It's going to continue to be updated as urgent needs become apparent, so save that to your bookmarks. That's a place that you can continually go to. Included on that page are 5 Amazon wish lists for 5 separate coastal communities in the Carolinas, and what we need you to do today, especially if you have Amazon Prime, is to go to each of these wish lists and purchase something that will get sent and arrive before the hurricane starts. Now, the reason why that's important is because at some point, mail service will be discontinued and delivery trucks will stop going into the area. And so it's really critical that we get these things into the area before the hurricane hits. So those 5 wish lists include Halifax County, North Carolina, Columbia, South Carolina, Florence, South Carolina, and again, I'm putting all of these in the chat. Charleston, South Carolina, and Ladson, South Carolina. So these are 5 individual community wish lists that you can help stock up with the things that they're going to need to get back on their feet once the storm has passed and people are able to get back into the area. Now, if you don't have Amazon Prime or you can't purchase from the wish list today, meaning that items would not be able to get there before the storm, please don't use the wish list. In that case, we're asking people to donate funds directly to the Hurricane 2018 Support Fund. And I'll be working directly with Brittany and Annie to distribute those funds locally here and as soon as the storm has passed. If you are a Black woman or non-man in the path of this hurricane, really, really important. What I need you to do right now is to set up, if you already don't have one, a PayPal, a Venmo, a Cash Me account, and to add that information to this support sign-up sheet. This is how we will be able to quickly get funds to you to help you get back on your feet post Hurricane Florence. So I really just want to say again, there's a few ways that you can help. You can donate money directly to the support fund, which will be distributing directly to those. Again, there's no middle person here. The funds that you send go directly into the hands of those most affected. And if you're able to and you have Amazon Prime, please go to one of these five wish lists, Amazon wish lists, and purchase an item. If you're a member of an organization, please go to your organization today, ask how much they can either donate to the fund, or if you can get multiple people to donate different things from the wish list that are out there. The lessons that we learned last year in doing direct support is, one, we want to be as prepared as possible before the crisis strikes, which is why I'm doing this video right now. And Brittany's been working tirelessly to put these pages together, to get these wish lists up, and to make sure that we have all of this information available. And the second thing that we learned is that direct support means we have to hit the ground running. And so the more that you can donate now, the more ample and the more ability that we are able to do later on. So I'm going to end here. Again, all of these are listed in there. If you are in the path of the storm, if you're on the coast of North Carolina, if you're on the coast of South Carolina, please take heed to evacuation warnings and leave the area now. They're asking folks to head west and south if you possibly can. I am in Charlotte, and yes, we will be affected by the storm, but we will not be getting the brunt of the hurricane. We expect to probably lose power at some point. We expect to have some hardships, but we won't expect the damage that's going to happen to those folks that are living directly on the coast. So if you can, go to those 5 wish lists, send something today, right after you hear my voice. Please go and send something today so that it hits and is able to arrive, so they get all of these supplies before the storm hits. And if you're not able to do that, please give whatever you can. $1 helps, $5 helps. Any amount of money that you can give to the fund will help us distribute those monies directly to those affected and help them get back on their feet as soon as they're able to get back into the area. The funds will be used for things like feeding families, paying rent, because this becomes an issue. People aren't going to be able to work because restaurants are going to be closed, offices are going to be closed, and a lot of folks that work hourly won't be getting any money at all. So it's really important that we provide financial support for people as soon as we possibly can. Again, all of these links are in the chat and also in the description for this video. Share it widely. Please make sure that you let as many people know if they're looking to provide direct support for people affected by Hurricane Florence, and particularly for Black women and non-men in those areas who are often disregarded and do not receive the governmental and large-scale Red Cross, United Way type support. We already know that from our experiences in our lives, and also just from last year's events of Harvey and Maria, that is a fact. That does not happen. This is a way that you know your money is going to go directly to those that are directly impacted. Again, any questions, just post them in the comments. I'll try and keep up with them, but all of the information is listed here, and I'm asking folks to just please share this video as far and wide as you possibly can. Give as much as you can, and again, for those wish lists, get to them today. Encourage others to get to them today, and just send those items out right away so they get there before the storm hits. Thanks, and I'll talk to y'all soon.